Good morning, everybody. It is Sunday morning and it is episode 495, July the 4th, and we are talking the challenge of the month. So if I remember every single month, what I want to do is do a challenge. So I want to do something, set you up, challenge you to do something that will embrace your life. It will make your life better. And I think that's so important to do. And so this month is very, very simple. I want you to read one book. Books changed my life. Books would change your life. There's something actually somebody said on Facebook. I wonder if I can find it. Let's just have a quick look. Let's have a. I know I'm boring you now, but it's basically just gonna. Oh, here we go. The most controlled and manipulated ones are the ones who take public education seriously, go to college and university and do everything by the so-called book. This is a guy called Ken Mack. And what he's basically saying is that, listen, if you do everything by the book, if you go, he's a brilliant entrepreneur, absolutely worth millions and millions and millions, got a lovely little family. And he says that if you just do something by the book, and I don't mean a reading book, but if you follow what the man says, i.e. the government, and you go to school, you go to university, you get a good job, then you will get what everybody's got. We don't want that. We want better than that. There's so many friends who have followed the curriculum, done what they're supposed to have done, and followed just done what they're supposed to have done in every step of the way, school, university, college, and followed that traditional route. But guess what? That traditional route will provide a traditional life. And if you listen to this, I'm guessing you want more than that. If you want more than that, you need to self-educate. You cannot have more if you just use the education being given by the government. We can't. It'll mean you'll work 9 to 5. Whatever happens, you'll be working 9 to 5. Whoever follows the traditional route, 99.99% of people will get what everybody else gets. They'll have a 9 to 5 life. They will have to be at a place at a certain time. You need to change it up. You need to educate yourself. And the way we educate ourselves is by listening and reading. Whether it's listening to a book or reading a book, you need to do that. So please, if you are listening to this, Zach, Kai, hopefully you'll have read loads of books by the time you're 18 because it's life-changing. It is absolutely fundamentally life-changing. It will put you on a different trajectory than everybody else. You will think differently than everybody else because everybody else is just going down the school route, the traditional school route, and therefore you will think and behave exactly the same way as other people. We need to change it up. You need to change it up and you need to be different. That is how you excel at life. That is how you have an amazing life, is doing things differently. And we need to educate ourselves. I'm all for education. I'm not for the school education. I just don't think it's fit for purpose anymore. It was designed in 19 God knows what's. Life has changed. The world has changed. And we need to change with it. But the curriculum hasn't. It's a memory test. And we need to make sure that we educate ourselves. You need to take it upon yourself to educate yourself to make sure that you are listening and learning something different than the norm. And so please, this month, just pick up a book. I don't care if it's a sports book, but read a book. Get in a habit of reading a book. And then the beauty about that is there's more books. Whatever subject you want to learn about, there's a book on it. There's a book on self-storage, for God's sake. I'm thinking about writing a book for self-storage. So please, whatever you're interested in, read that book first of all, and then use it to educate yourself. If you want to be a better salesman, there's a book for that. If you want to be a better dad, there's a book for it. If you want to be a better husband, there's a book for it. Whatever you want in life, there's a book for it. And not all books are fantastic, of course they're not. But I promise you, it will widen your perspective if you start reading books and educating yourself. Self-education is the key, my friends. We have to start listening and learning from the greats. I mean, a book, if you can literally read 60 years of someone's life in a day. You can get the knowledge, the experience, the learnings of that individual in one day. It is profound, the amount of information and knowledge you can get from a book. It's fantastic. I'm not one for the traditional education. However, I am one for self-education and courses and listening and learning. So my challenge, please just start that behavior, start that habit of reading one book All right, my friends, enjoy it, embrace it. Let me know. Let me know. I'd love to know what book you read. All right. Cheers. I love you. I appreciate you. And I will speak to you guys tomorrow morning when we are doing my week in numbers. And that's why I always do a book review, by the way, on Saturday, because is it my week in numbers tomorrow? No, it's Friday's episode, isn't it? Let me just check. Oh no, Sunday's episode. Sunday's episode's today. Yeah, it's my week in numbers tomorrow. Yeah, I always do a book review because I think it's so important to read at least one book per week. And all I'm asking you to do is start with one book a month. You don't have to read one book a week. I read much more than one book a week, but I think it's so important for you guys to start that process, start training your mind, start getting in the habit, because that is one of the best habits that you'll ever get. All right, my friends, thank you so much. Thanks for listening to me. I do appreciate you guys. All right, bye-bye.